Hello, welcome to the Adrian Show. Bogles. I've never really been a big Bogles player, and in fact, I cannot remember the last time I actually played the deck. But after losing to it last week, I decided to, give it a try. Never really played it, like I said, but the game plan seems fairly straightforward. You play a bunch of these hexproof guys, or ladies, as the case may be, people rather, and you stack a bunch of enchantments on them: lifelink, ethereal armor, Cartouche of Solidarity being the newest one, I think, Rancor, Ancestral Mask, and Armadillo Cloak, and you just try and beat in with the one big creature. We have lots of different auras in the deck. Abundant Growth and Utopia Sprawl help with our fixing for some splashes in the sideboard, as well as add to our enchantment count for Ethereal Armor and Ancestral Mask, which are two of the big game enders. We also have I think I already mentioned the Armadillo Cloaks. We also have some Aura Gnarlids and some Young Wolves. Young Wolf mostly in here for Edict effects, or Gnarlid because it gets really big by itself, so you can pump up your Glade Cover Scout and still have a huge Aura Gnarlid. One of Heliod's Pilgrim to tutor up any enchantments we might need, and then a Colony Garden also to help fight those Edict effects. Like I said, the deck's plan is very straightforward. In the sideboard, we have a couple of standard bearers for beating the standard bearer mirror, since you only have to target at least one flag bearer. It doesn't have to be your opponent, so if they bring this in against you, you have a little bit of wiggle room there. 2 copies of Dispel. 2 copies of Ancient Grudge. That's just, an incredible sideboard card. 2 copies of Flaring Pain to help get around fog effects. 2 more copies of Young Wolf for the Edict matchups. 2 copies of Tangle. I just go and I get these off Goldfish. I'm actually not entirely sure what Tangle is for. Please let me know in the comments if you do know. I imagine that this deck is not really that defensive. And then we have 2 copies of Relic of Progenitus for the graveyard. So that is the Bogles deck we are running today. Let's go ahead and get into a league, and we'll see how we do. All right, cool. Looks like we won the die roll here in match 1. Yes, we'd like to play first. Well, no land, so have to mulligan that. This hand seems fine. We have Glade Cover Scout, Abundant Growth, Rancor, Cartouche. So that seems okay to me. Really, we'd like to get another land. That's actually pretty good. The reason I want the land is so I can Abundant Growth and Cartouche in the same turn. So let's run out our Glade Cover Scout and ship the old turn. What are my hotkeys? I don't even remember. Vary so much. Oh, F2. Cool. I don't think this is the mirror. I think more likely we're playing against Stompy, which seems like a favorable matchup. It's Abundant Growth this forest. And now we'll add a white. Put that on our Glade Cover Scout. And I don't see a reason not to attack. This is a race we're going to win. Even if they get the Young Wolf back. We have 2 copies of Rancor in our hands, so even if they go Rancor on this Wolf, I think we're still winning. And that's not what's happening. So yeah, we'll take 2. They might play a Pit Skulk, but I feel pretty good about our position, especially if we draw into some life gain. Having access to that white is pretty good here. Okay, Burning Tree. And Pit Skulk, sure. And Bone Splitter, maybe? Nope, just Vault Scourge. I still feel pretty good, like I said. Would rather have not drawn that, but oh well. We need to draw some not lands. Yeah, and they can't really block this because we have so much first strike. Yeah, they have 5. Yeah, so this is just A-OK. I guess if they were to put Rancor on the Vault Scourge, we might be in some trouble. Doesn't look like it, though. I mean, I think we could still actually pretty easily lose this game now that I am thinking about it a little harder. Don't see a reason to block quite yet. I don't think there's a combination of pump spells that could win them the game here on the spot. Really would like to draw my Armadillo Cloak or my Lifelink, because now things are looking a little dicey. Should do another Forest. Drawing land every turn. So let's see. If I attack for 6, they can double block. They'll take 4. And I'll be facing down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with 1 blocker. I think that's a gamble I'm going to have to take. Because it's not like I block these particularly well. So I think I'm going to have to attack and then hope that whatever I top deck will be good enough to win me the game, and that my opponent, much like every other turn, does not have pump spells. Even then, I still get a block. I still get to block 2 this damage. See, I'm gonna have to block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I should do it. And then what? Hope I top deck Ancestral Mask or something. Well, it didn't. Looks like it didn't matter. I think that game was a lot closer than it looked. We drew, several forests in a row, so that was really unfortunate. I wonder if Standard Bearer is still good in this matchup, like it is in some other ones. I'm gonna try it out. I have a feeling Standard Bearer is actually kind of good. What to take out? 3 cards. The Cartouche was a little underwhelming, but it is a 1-drop. I think I can afford to shave a Cartouche, a Growth, and a Sprawl. Which one's one that draws me a card? That one. So maybe taking out 2 Sprawls and leaving in the Growth is fine. Yeah, we'll try this. Yes, we'll be on the play. This hand's good. We're not going to turn 1 Boggle because I want to be able to Boggle Cartouche the same turn, I'm guessing. But I think that's okay. Yeah, and with the Mask and the Gnarlid, gas. Abundant Growth, pretty good as well, but that's not what I'll be casting here. I'll be casting the Boggle and the Cartouche. The next turn, I'll probably go ahead and mask the Boggle. And if this young wolf attacks, I think I just let it through. So the alternative is that then they play Skargan Pit Skulk, but I think that that's a race we're still going to win. Much like I thought we'd win the last one, but I'd rather not get blown out and just lose my warrior for no reason and then give them a 2/2. And yeah, sure. Another Cartouche. That'll be good on my Gnarlid, I think. But for now, let's go ahead and just play the Mask. Well, actually, do I want to play the Mask? So if I play the Growth, I'll draw a card. Then I can... Because if I play the Growth, I have to play the Cartouche. This is just a better way of utilizing my mana. But then it's so bad if they have Gleeful Sabotage in their hand. Yeah, I think I might save the Mask for a bit more of an explosive turn. And instead just cast Gnarlid, because Gnarlid will be a 3/3. So it'll be able to block. And then just not attack with Boggle. Although, yeah, just not attack with Boggle. Save my strength for next turn. Or I will put the Mask onto the Boggle and go from there. And at this point... Yeah, that would have been a very strange attack. At this point, I think I'm still willing to take 2. Because my opponent would have to burn a... Yeah, I want to keep the Gnarlid around. I don't really want to lose it quite yet. And we'll probably put the Cartouche on the Gnarlid. Young Wolf, not bad. Do I want to get greedy and try to... I think I'm going to get a little greedy. Try to draw another land here. I'm the best at this game. Attack for 10. I don't think my opponent has an instant speed. Okay. Oh, they can untap it? Sure. They can block my Gnarlid? Okay. Not the end of the world. I mean, certainly not the the most ideal situation, but certainly not the end of the world. Wow. Now it's the end of the world. That was a pretty insane play sequence from my opponent. Now my best chance is to top deck removal a life link spell, I think. And I'm gonna have to leave back this Slippery Boggle to block. Heliod's Pilgrim. That's actually perfect. Because now I will tutor lifelink. Where are you? There you are. And this might be a little bit more difficult for my opponent to beat, especially with only 3 cards in hand. And I got the Young Wolf and the Cartouche. And Armadillo Cloak. All right, I think this game's pretty much locked up. Bogles doing Boggle things. Yep, Mask is a strong card, so is Cloak, because I'm going to gain double life here. Yeah, I think that we're going to win this one. Even if my opponent does have the Gleeful Sabotage, yeah, this game is simply over. Cool, well that was Boggles doing the Boggle thing. Maybe this is the matchup where we want Tangle. It was not good that... maybe it would have been good that game. I'm going to bring in Tangle here, because if you're not bringing it in against Stompy, what are you bringing it in against? So yeah, we'll try out Tangle, and I guess we can cut a Gnarlid, because I really like the Hexproof ones better. Lifelink was very good that game. Guess we'll cut an Abundant Growth. Yeah, I'm really not sure if that's correct, but if you're not bringing in Tangle against Stompy, what are you bringing it in against? I guess like red decks? This hand is keepable. It doesn't have any of our insane cards, but our opponent's mulliganing on the play, and we have Ethereal Armor, Silhana. Like this hand's actually very good. We're going to turn 1 play this Blossoming Sands. We're gonna play our own Young Wolf, and we're just gonna save up for a turn where we can Silhana Ledgewalker. And there's Tangle, so we'll get to really test the metal of that card this game and see if it's worth it. So yeah, next turn we're going to Evolving Wilds, fetch for a forest, play out a Young Wolf. Well, actually, this might be a great game for Tangle if my opponent has like a double Burning Tree here. Okay, Burning Tree into nothing. That's good. There's Gladecover Scout, but I still like our plan of going ahead and playing out this Young Wolf, because we're not going to suit up the Boggle the same turn we play it, and now we have an overabundance of the Gladecover Scout, Slippery Boggle type creatures. So yeah, my opponent just doesn't do anything. I think I blocked this young wolf because I have another one. No, because if they have hunger, the Howl Pack or something, that's going to be really bad. So I'm just actually going to take it here. I don't really need to block. Could get punished by Skargan Pit Skulk, but even that's not super terrible. So yeah, let's fetch, grab a forest. A land would be ideal here. Nope, it's Rancor. So now what we can do is we can play Ledgewalker, which is probably good. Play Ledgewalker, and then next turn try and play out the... Since we... Yeah, if we're not blocking with the young wolf... No, now I'm going to block. Now that I have the other creature out, I'm going to block. I should have blocked this other young wolf last turn, but now that we have the Silhana Ledgewalker on the table, I think I feel a little bit more comfortable blocking. And at its worst, the Ledgewalker can trade with one of these other two, or the young wolf will just trade with another one of these two creatures. Nest Invader, sure. Ancestral Mask. I really need to draw another land. So option A is to play the rank. Yeah, with my opponent only having 2 cards in hand, let's see. They'll attack you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have access to... Yeah, I think we can afford to take a turn to suit this guy up, or this lady up. Attack our opponent for 5. Leave up this young wolf to block, and then next turn we can just leave up Tangle. Like I said, we'll really test the metal of that card and see if it was worth bringing in this matchup. Here, what do I want to block? Because I have to block. I think I'll block the young wolf. We'll just even Stevens there. Yeah, this Tangle is actually looking pretty good. Very good now, actually. Another Rancor. I'm not going to play it, though. I would rather leave up the Tangle, and then my opponent I don't think can win anymore. Because it'll prevent all the damage, all attack for 5. Yeah, it's going to be just enough stagger that they're not going to be able to win anymore, I don't think. And then next turn, if I draw a land, I can slam the mask. If not, I'll play Young Wolf Rancor. Or double Rancor. Double Rancor, I think, just wins us the game. Yep. Unless my opponent also has some sort of Tangle effect. Oh, sure. Still puts us pretty close to winning. I'd forgotten about Natural State. My opponent still isn't able to untap, though, with anything, like all the creatures are still tapped down and they can't block this, so. And they can't even really Gleeful me here. Oh, Vault Scourge can block me, but I have Trample, so. Natural State's a good card. Abundant Growth. I would rather be putting this on the forest. Yeah, I don't see a reason why not to. Because this is not the one that ramps me. And another mask. Wow. So yeah, they can block with this Vault Scourge and pump it. Actually, so maybe... Okay, well, they just conceded. Why did they... Let's see. Yeah, Gleeful Sabotage we were worried about, but hold up. If you kick Vines on this guy, he becomes a 5/5. You gain 5. I guess you still take 7, so yeah, I guess that didn't work. All right, I'll see everyone for the next match.